On April 21st, 2025, the world reels as Pope Francis returns to God after a grave illness. In Palermo, one grandmother kneels in silent prayer for 10 days, defying rain and wind. Why? Why would an elderly woman do this? God sees you, Maria. Did you know, 30 years ago, one small act from that priest changed her life forever. Now she prays to bid him farewell, carrying a secret no one could imagine. What secret lies in this tattered handkerchief? What drives Maria to pray without ceasing, even as the world pauses? A story of compassion and redemption. What small gift ever awakened your heart? A word, a gesture, or a glance that changed you forever? 30 years ago, in a dark alley in Buenos Aires, Maria, 44, was lost to addiction. Her family turned away, her job gone, her faith shattered. Maria huddled in a corner, her mind drowned in despair, whispering to herself, "I'm not worth living. I'm a failure." Suddenly, from a distance, a priest, Jorge Bergoglio, approached Maria. "God sees you, Maria. You are His light." The priest knelt, wiped her tears with a handkerchief, took a piece of bread from his pocket, and gave it to her. "Are you not hungry, Maria? Eat, and know that God is always with you, always watching over you." As the priest walked away, Maria sat in silence, reflecting. Those words sparked a fire. She realized God still loved her, despite her failures. The handkerchief became her treasure. "I'll keep this handkerchief forever. I promise, God." But the craving for drugs didn't easily fade. One night, Maria clutched the handkerchief, her mind sinking into darkness, whispering to herself, "If I end it, all the pain will stop." God sees you, Maria. God is always with you. The priest's words echoed in her mind. Maria wept, seeking a support group. "Would you like to share, Maria?" "Just start. I met a priest. He wiped my tears, gave me bread, said God sees me. I want to believe that. I want to live." Over 2 years, Maria fought daily, praying with the handkerchief. She overcame addiction, found work as a cleaner, then opened a small tailor shop. "I did it. I can live without drugs." In 2005, gratitude to God led Maria to Palermo. She founded a shelter where the addicted and homeless found hope. "God saved me, so I'll help you all." The handkerchief, Maria's flame of faith, bore the signature of that priest, now Pope Francis, unknown to her. On April 21st, 2025, in Palermo, as news of Pope Francis's passing spreads worldwide, Maria, now 74, kneels before the church, defying rain and wind, praying on her 10th day. The tattered handkerchief trembles in her hands. "I must pray for him. He saved me." Passers-by glance at Maria, whispering to each other, "What's this old woman doing in the rain? Is she crazy?" Maria pays no mind, clutching the handkerchief, her mind lost in memories, whispering to herself, "God sees you, Maria. His words still live in me." Suddenly, a girl, 12, with messy hair and torn clothes, approaches Maria. "Grandma, why do you keep kneeling? What's that handkerchief?" Maria smiles, looking at the girl, her voice gentle. "Child, this is a gift from a priest 30 years ago. He wiped my tears, gave me bread, said God sees me. Because of him, I escaped darkness and opened a shelter." The girl's eyes widen, touching the handkerchief lightly. "He sounds so kind. But Grandma, aren't you tired? You're all wet from the rain." Maria shakes her head, resting a hand on the girl's shoulder. "Not tired, child. I pray because he gave me faith. You can pray too, to find light like I did. The girl hesitates, then kneels beside Maria, whispering, God, please see me, like she says, I want to be loved. Maria strokes the girl's hair, tears streaming down her face. God sees you, child. He's always with you. From a distance, a young priest watches Maria and the girl, curious about the handkerchief. Who is this woman? What's special about that handkerchief? Maria and the girl keep praying in the rain, light from the church shining on the handkerchief, like a flame of hope. On April 26, 2025, after Pope Francis's funeral, the young priest in Palermo can't forget Maria's image kneeling in prayer. He approaches her, pointing at the handkerchief. Ma'am, may I see that handkerchief? Is it special? Maria, clutching the handkerchief, her mind lost in memories, whispers to herself, God sees you, Maria. His words brought me here. She gently hands the handkerchief to the young priest. This is my treasure, from a priest 30 years ago. He saved me from darkness. The young priest holds the handkerchief, stunned to see a faded signature, Jorge Bergoglio. This signature, it's Pope Francis. You met him in Buenos Aires? Maria, shocked, trembles. He was the Pope? I only knew him as a kind priest who wiped my tears, gave me bread. The young priest quickly contacts the Vatican, sharing Maria's story and the handkerchief. A cardinal responds. Her story must be shared. Invite her to St. Peter's Square. Maria, humble, shakes her head, whispering to herself, I'm not worthy. I only wanted to pray for him. But the girl from the church, now standing beside Maria, holds her hand. Grandma, you have to go. You taught me to pray, to believe. Tell everyone. Maria nods, tears streaming down. If God wills it, I'll go, for him and for you. At St. Peter's Square, Maria stands before thousands, sharing her story. 30 years ago, a priest wiped my tears, gave me bread, said, God sees me. Because of him, I overcame addiction, opened a shelter. This handkerchief is my light. The crowd falls silent, then applauds. The girl standing in the crowd whispers, God sees me. Because of her, I won't give up. The young priest looks at the handkerchief, now displayed, thinking to himself, one small act, 30 years ago, changed everything. After sharing at St. Peter's Square, Maria returns to Palermo, where her story spreads through the community. The handkerchief, bearing Pope Francis' signature, is now displayed in the church. Maria stands before it, her mind lost in memories, whispering to herself, God sees you, Maria. He used me to spread his light. A girl, now neatly dressed, runs to hug Maria. Grandma, I joined your shelter. I'm learning to sew and I pray every day. I'm not afraid anymore. Maria smiles, stroking the girl's hair. God sees you, child. He'll guide you, as he guided me. A community member steps forward, moved. Maria, your story inspires us. We're raising funds to open another shelter named after you. Maria shakes her head, humble. Not for me, but for God and the Pope. One small act of his changed my life. The young priest, standing by the displayed handkerchief, speaks to the crowd. On April 21st, 2025, we lost Pope Francis, but his compassion lives on, through Maria, through this handkerchief. The Palermo community prays together, light from the church shining on the handkerchief, like an eternal flame. One small act of compassion, 30 years ago, ignited countless lives, from Maria to the girl to all of Palermo. What small gift ever touched your heart? An act, a word, or a glance that changed you forever.